Hello, and welcome to Novobi's Odoo Accounting demo series. In this video, we'll introduce billable expense, which is a new feature we've added to the accounting app. We'll go through how to assign an expense to a customer, and later apply this to an invoice. Then we'll take a look at the pending billable expenses report, which helps you stay on top of your billable expenses. So let's say Novobi incurred an air travel expense during a consultation visit, which should be reimbursed by our customer, let's say Toyota. So let's go to the accounting app to see how we can assign this billable expense to Toyota. In the vendor bills section, we can see that I already recorded the bill for the flight from our booking agency, Infotech. Clicking on the bill takes me to the vendor bill form view, where I can click Assign Expenses to a Customer. From here, I can use the drop-down list or start typing to find an existing customer, or create a new customer on the fly. After I select Toyota USA and click OK, I can see in the item description that this expense has been assigned. After I assign an expense, I can click on Assign Expenses to Customer again to undo or change the assignment. In order to get reimbursed, we need to add this expense to an invoice. If we go to the Customer Invoices section, we can see an invoice I've created for the consulting service I performed. Because this customer has expenses assigned to them, I see a message underneath the invoice details. Here I see that there are 5 expenses that I can add to this invoice. Depending on the number of expenses I intend to add, I can select one, some, or all of the expenses in this list. If I click on Add Items, each expense will be added on its own line. If I want to group the expenses into one line, I can click Add as one item. Once I finish, I'll save and validate the invoice. Once I validate, if I go back to the original vendor bill, I can see that the description has been updated to indicate that this expense has in fact been invoiced in addition to the reference number of the invoice. If I use Odoo for purchasing, I can also assign expenses at the purchase order stage. So let's go to the Purchase app, choose Purchase Orders from the Purchase menu. Select a purchase order for the expense to be billed, and click Assign Expense to a Customer. For our demo, I'll select AT&T. Click OK. In order to help accountants manage billable expenses, Novobi has developed a pending billable expenses report where I can see all expenses that have not been invoiced to a customer. To find it, I go to the accounting app, open the reporting menu, and click Pending Billable Expense. Here I can see all pending billable expenses grouped by customer and their details, including a column to indicate whether the expense is on a draft invoice. By clicking on a line item reference number, I can choose to view the source document or annotate if I want to leave a note for my coworkers. That concludes today's topic. Thank you for watching.